What's going on, world? It's your boy Big Chips here, and today we are behind. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't even had time to fix my hair. I've been working. I've been out and about. It's raining, storming, the whole 9 yards. But we are here. It's only 2 minutes past, so I'm not too late starting. I start late anyway usually. But I was telling Steve, I got my apple juice water mixture here. Got a little bit of Cup of Joe. And we're ready to do this thing. Stephen Barnes, what is going on?
This is it, buddy. I will say that I am not behind. I am just neutral today. Normally, I'm a step ahead of the game at all points, and that's a comfortable place to be in our business, because we provide so much for other people like the show. But you know what? This is proof positive that it doesn't matter whether you're ahead, neutral, behind. You make stuff happen, regardless. You overcome, you overdo. I knew you sped home to get here to make this happen. And the best thing that I want here people to understand is that we're doing this stuff for them. You know what? This is the deal. I did a big video today. I haven't done it yet. I just finished editing it. Haven't uploaded it to YouTube, but it is our very first Biz and Chips commercial. So I was really hoping that we would do the show today for sure, because I did a whole show on the Biz and Chips live show today, telling people what it is, how long we've been doing this, how we came together, good buddies, doing the show, when to see it, click on the like, all that stuff. And I was so excited because I thought of all days, if we can't get the show to happen today, and I've gone ahead after a year of doing this show with you, and all of a sudden we can't do it, I was like, oh crap, I gotta tuck this one in a drawer until next week and come up with something else, like I don't know, how to turn on and off your iPhone or something. Make another quick video to get it out for today, which is like day number 7 or something for our 30 video day challenge. But anyways, I'm glad once again, my friend, that we are here able to do this, and I think that video is going to help a lot of people, because I reminded them, and I'm going to put a ton of money behind this for a week and get a ton of people here next week, because it's a show for people. It's not for us. I just told you that. It's for the people, and I get questions all the time. I just got one on Facebook. Look, it pops up all the time. Steve, how do you do this? Hey, you know what? Come on to the show, because I and Jeremy can teach you 100,000 times faster by literally just talking or telling you something than trying to type it out in a huge message. So that's the joy of having this kind of show, and the industry we're in, and with the technology we have, is that we can get you guys up and running faster than ever before. You just have to ask. Here's the deal: no ASCII, no Getty, right? That's just kind of the way it goes. It's true, right?
Crazy.
No ASCII, no Getty.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so far behind. I can't even get my thoughts straight. I had this whole grand picture of things that we were going to talk about throughout the week and lead up into the show today, and then the show happened. I looked at I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even realize it was Thursday.
You're not the only one.
Look. See, here's my. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yeah.
That stuff. That's crazy, and it's still. My hand's finally going down. I burnt my hand on Mother's Day. So I finally got a normal size hand, but those burns are crazy. So I guess just the first 2 days, especially Mother's Day, my hand was like Monday and Tuesday, I was gone. So I guess I didn't really start pumping work hard until Wednesday, so I guess that's why I forgot.
Hey man, listen, I just made 2 videos this past week since we started doing the 30-day video challenge again. I'm super ultra excited and motivated, because now, with my company, with what I'm doing, with Wake Up Now, with my team, Simple Freedom, with our own personal team, the Diamond Dream Team, I'm literally so bloody fired up. And it's such a different direction that I'm heading, that I make videos on whatever the heck I feel like. I talk about whatever the heck I want on my Facebook wall, in my videos and stuff. I have a lot of pride in what it is I do in this business. And I felt before that I was really held back, by a lot of stuff. So I've been putting it out there, man, on the line. And in yesterday's video and the one before, I kind of tell people, what is it that you're doing to explode your business, right? Because here's the deal, man. You're only going to get out of all of this business what you put into it, right? As you know, you can't, Jeremy, for 2 days, you can't take those 2 days off and whine and moan and complain, and you didn't. But you can't whine, moan, and complain and say, how come nobody joined the team today? How come this didn't happen? How come I didn't get, or receive? How come me? How come I didn't get? You don't get because you don't put out. You know what I mean? So it's okay to take some days off. I'm not saying you can't do that ever, by all means. My point is that I have so many people that want this rock star lifestyle, but they don't put the rock star effort into it. If you think a lot of people that are paid more than, say, 6 figures a year are just there because they're a part of the online internet marketing community or network marketing as a whole, that's bull crap. Bull crap. It doesn't work that way. I I can't join a baseball team and get paid the same salary as a professional baseball player just because I play baseball. Okay? If you join internet marketing, you're not going to get paid the salary as the bigwigs up there who are also internet marketers just because you're in internet marketing. You got to be willing to put in the bloody effort and the time. I keep telling people that. You know what? And if you look at the people that are having some success, even some success, they're putting in some effort. It's great. It's fantastic. Listen, our team, man, some of those people on our team have just so completely blown my mind, the effort they're doing. Some of the videos, like Azza, she just joined us 2 weeks ago, right? I knew she was in another company for a while. I never really spoke to her, gave her some guidance, some help here and there. You've helped her out as well. But this woman has exploded so big lately. She started her own group of helping other ladies market online. They're gravitating towards her. She's getting thank you messages, and then she's sending them to me, saying, "Steve, look at this amazing message." I'm so proud of that because she's hustling and bustling, putting in the effort, and she's getting the reward. And check this out, my friend. Her reward is not somebody necessarily joining her team today. It's not an income. She gets the satisfaction from a very nice message from somebody saying, "Thank you, Azza, for helping me. Thanks for setting this up or teaching me how to do this." That's where she's got her thanks from, and that's where she's super happy. And I'm proud of her for that because it's about helping those people. She will get paid in spades, tenfold, within a year from now. I know it because of the effort and the help that she's doing to provide other people the success that they need to grow their business. Good on her. I mean, we're all doing that. Everybody's just, and even Zach, see the videos that guy's doing lately, man? It's just like leagues beyond anything I've ever seen him do in the past. It's just amazing. Everybody is hustling and bustling, and you guys are going to get rewarded based on that effort. Cool. Right?
You get out what you put in, and that's the big key to anything in this space is you've got to give in order to get. Now, I know I went on a rampage. I can't remember when it was. Probably yesterday. I was on a mission yesterday. But the problem of what I see out here is everybody complains about doing stuff, and I'm doing stuff, and I do this and I do that, but I'm not getting anything. And I'll tell you one thing. A lot of people confuse activity for achievement or accomplishment, and they're not the same thing. You can sit there all day long on your laptop and waste your time. Talk to people who are not going to help your business. Shoot the breeze with somebody that's already on your team, which is good. You need to build relationships, but I'm just saying, get on YouTube. That's my biggest issue. Is if I get on YouTube, I'll watch a video. Next thing you know, an hour and a half later, I've watched 10 videos on something stupid. It's a waste of time. Then I'm hurrying and I'm scattered and I'm trying to get some content out there or something. And this was like my main modality back then is just hurry and get it done because I was a hunter. And Eric Worre, man, I love that guy. I really do. But in the book GoPro, he talks about like how he was the hunter going out to bag an elephant. That he was going for the big kill. And a lot of times, that's what we're out there doing. So we spend a lot of our time hunting people, but actually you're chasing them away. And I don't really put a lot of links out there anymore because it wasn't helping me before, so why is it going to help me now? So I'm shifting more back to the way I used to be, and just maybe I'll say something controversial. Like we have what's that show called? Crap, I can't think of the show. American Idol. Mm-hmm. And we have Caleb Johnson, who is in the top three, and he's from Asheville. That to me is phenomenal. I'm so excited for him, and I'm cheering the hometown kid and hoping he goes far, and listen to all these stars talk about how great he is and how they gave him chills. That's wonderful. But people are calling him a hero. And to me, that's not a hero. He sings for a living. It would be like calling me a hero. But I stand more chance of being a hero because I'm actually changing somebody's life financially. So in a way that could be considered. But this guy's singing a freaking song that's written by other people And that's all he does. And people are calling this guy a hero. So my controversial post, and it didn't get a lot of too much play on this one because it wasn't really out there, but it's just saying, look, why are we doing this? Why do we look at these people and we say, that's my idol, that's my hero, and they have not done a blasted thing? And for me, you have law enforcement who risk their life trying to keep the streets safe. And yes, I know I got a message saying there's a lot of dirty cops. I realize that. And I know a lot of the dirty cops in my town. Hell, one of them's a sheriff. But there's fire department. There's fire and rescue. These people go into burning buildings. They go into car crashes. They go into all these nasty things to save people. All right, EMTs. You know, and then you have those people like Steve that they like to wear all these green and blue colors and act like they're special because they hold a gun and like fight for our freedom. And people like that, they're not heroes, are they? Yeah, they're just military. You know, they just keep our borders safe and protect us and our freedom. And especially in America, where we have the right to be stupid, we have a right to be ignorant. I mean, they are killing themselves for you to be stupid. And I don't know, but that's what I used to do. And I was pretty daggum good at it. Now, I won't go as controversial as I used to go, because I used to try to invoke people to really respond, but it's more about value now. Because in this post, what nobody understands is I'm telling you what my values are. Okay? And that's what I want you to understand. It's a psychological thing. You don't realize it, but I'm putting myself out there, and now the people who resonate with what I'm saying, they're holding me here. Now, people who want to disagree because they just love Caleb Johnson, you know, they're going to put me over here, and they're probably going to blast me or whatever. That's fine. I don't care, because any press is good press. Yeah, just so you know. But it's all about value. It's all about giving to people. And when you start getting into this realm of bagging the elephant, going after the big fish, you know, you forget about the little guy. And all these big fish, all these whales that are out here, they were once little guys. They were once the little minnows that are out there. They were once a tadpole before they become a frog. You know, so keep that in mind. It's not about bagging the big elephant. It's not about hunting people. It's about becoming hunted. Where people are coming to you and saying, tell me about what's going on here. You know, had one guy, Eugene, join that was asking questions. How is this easier or better than what you were doing? You know, I got a couple of people on messages right now saying the same thing. I just don't see how this is simpler than what this company's doing. And I mean, that's the open door right there. They're saying, tell me more. I don't know. And I use the term uneducated or I don't know. I hate using ignorant because it can be taken so wrong, but it's saying it's people who just don't know. And the ignorant are the ones who think they know, but they really don't. You know, like things come up and they just feed on it. They exploit what was said, and there's no truth behind it. But they're just looking for something just to prove that they were right and blah, 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 blah. So your job is to give value. Your next job is to teach and educate through your value. You know, the more you become the hunted, and that's kind of what Steve was talking about with Asa, is she's giving value. She's not singling out any person, but she's saying, this is the kind of niche I want to go after. This is what I want to do. This is my road. Now she's driving on it. Give value, and now people are saying, I appreciate you. Thank you for what you're giving me. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for whatever. You know, that becomes a friend. So you're building relationship. You're giving rapport and value, and all this stuff's coming in full circle. Now they owe you something. It's a psychological warfare here, people. You don't have to be an NLP expert to realize psychological things that you do and why things. It's kind of like when you're at a table and you're trying to get somebody to pick something that you really want them to pick. A psychological mind trick is to use your thumb when you point. I know it sounds stupid, but it works. It's psychological. You're giving them the thumbs up, and it makes them feel like that's good. You know, I probably just let a secret out. I shouldn't have. But I mean, it's learning how to be the hunter, but to do it in a way where you're not out trying to kill somebody. You're setting the traps, and you're just sitting there and allowing them to come hang out with you for a little bit. And then once they hang out with you for a little bit, then they see the trap and you got them. Mm-hmm. It's a bad way to look at it. I shouldn't use that way, but we were talking about animals. But it's all about the value, man. That's it. It's all about value. What can you give somebody? What can you give?
I have found that we have had far greater success, you and I, and a lot of people agree, simply because what we've done is we've given an awful lot of ourselves. I did this in that little short video today. I talked about how we created businessships.com. First off, we came together as friends, and we gave, mostly you gave to me. I mean, it wasn't taking, I was learning, right? So it was like the LTD thing, but I gave back to you the courtesy of employing the techniques that you were teaching me. I did them. That was probably thanks enough for you to go, oh, you know what? Look, no wonder Steve's doing good, because he's doing what I told him to do. He's doing it. He's doing it right. And he's doing it quick, right? Money loves speed. I keep telling people that. Here's something I got lately, Jeremy, that really irked me. It's somebody said to me, but I don't want to do that. And it comes into the context of this. He said, I'm joining you and your team, your opportunity. This is great. I'm not really great at generating traffic and stuff. How do you do it? I said, well, particularly one of the methods that I find to get great response from is I hit record button on a video on the iPhone, and I make a video. It doesn't have to be super ultra charismatic. You don't have to speak very fast like this. Just have some idea of what it is you want to talk about, and make sure that it's not just, hey, I'm in this opportunity, come join me, come get me paid, join my link, go down, click this, click that, do what I'm telling you. It's about teaching people, saying, look, here's how I've had success. Maybe you should try this, which is what I like to do, right? Give people value. And he said, well, I don't want to make a video. I'm not a video kind of guy. I said, okay, well, what about sharing blog posts with our new company? One of the best things we could do is share each other's posts that they've made, whether it's a blog post, a video, a picture, something. You celebrate the success of other people on your team. Well, I don't want to put stuff on my wall of other people's stuff. And I said, well, what do you want to do? Well, I'd like to be a millionaire. I want to generate a lot of money. I want to be just like the top earners. I want to be an F6 and F7. I want to do this, but I don't want to do that. I said, tell me that again. He said, well, I want to make all this money, but I don't want to make a video. And I don't want to have to post other people's stuff on my wall. I don't want to have to go and pay for advertising and stuff either. Well, you've just given me 3 I don't want-us and 1 I wanna. So, like 9 times out of 10, if you really, really want something in life, and you're not willing to do anything for it, that's okay. That's you in a nutshell. But at the end of the day, when I say to you, please don't come to me and complain that you're not getting the results that you set yourself up to achieve, because if you're not willing to do what it takes to have success in this workplace, you're not going to go anywhere, right? And people say, how could you say that? How could you say that to me? Isn't this supposed to be the most uplifting show in the universe? I keep telling you guys, this show is an unfiltered, uncensored reality show that we put out there to tell you guys the real deal, not to waste anyone's time. There's one thing I hate, is wasting time. Yours, mine, Jeremy's, anybody's. Because that's the one thing money can't buy, is time. Once you've lost a second, a minute, an hour, a day out of your life, guess what, my friends? It's gone forever. It's in the past. It's history. You will never get those minutes or seconds back ever. So how you choose to spend them, to me, is the most lucrative currency in the universe, right? So if you're not willing to put in some effort to work hard now so that you can enjoy time in the future, then you're not willing to invest in yourself whatsoever, or your business. So for all the people out there that says, I don't want to make a video, I'm too shy, I don't know how to press record, I don't know how to upload, I don't know, you know what, that's what the businessshipsuniversity.com is all about. And that's the best thing about joining Jeremy and I, or our entire team, is that we give you free access to all of that information. And if that's not enough, to get company specific, With the team that we're on, the Simple Freedom team, we provide you even more information and more access to unlimited tools and an entire education suite that's going to teach you to do everything. And I'm telling you right now, you can learn everything you need to know in a week. I'll tell you this, and I'll give it back to you, Jeremy. You don't need to spend a month or 2 months or 6 months learning to do this stuff. I promise anybody, if you literally join this and you take 1 week to sit back and relax, this is not some shove it down your throat, you're forced to get out there and start recruiting and punching and going through some kind of drill boot camp. You join the opportunity, the first thing you do is you sit back and you relax. And you look through your back office. And you sign up to each one of the individual opportunities that are inside of there. For me and Wake Up Now, it's One Finance. You know, you got TaxBot. You got the anti-theft, personal theft protection, a second language program if you so choose. Browse through the school. Take the first day to just kick back and relax and have fun and discover what you've got inside of there, right? Start using the tools for yourself to save yourself money on day number 1, okay? Day number 2, feel free to come to the Facebook groups, introduce yourself, and go up to the file section, or ask one of us, ask somebody on our team, ask Jeremy or me, hey guys, I'd like to go and start some of the training. I heard the Facebook, for example, talking on Facebook's a good way to get started. Is there some kind of thing? Sure there is some kind of thing. Check it out. Here's 5 introductory videos to walk you through. Each one's like 10, 15 minutes. So you can take 2 hours out of your day, having a coffee or a protein shake, and just relax on day number 2 and watch this stuff. Day number 3, go out and do some yoga, go for a run, stretch, have a good breakfast, do whatever it is you need to do. You know, go to work if that's what you still do, and then come home and spend an hour of just testing, trying out the waters. That's it. By the end of the week, literally, you've probably gone through all of the simple training that we have to offer you guys. You know, you couldn't be more basic. So people are calling me stressed out of their minds. Steve, I don't want to make a video. Like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. I can't make blog posts. I don't know how to do this. Calm the heck down, man. Calm down, right? That's the kind of stress that's going to kill you, kill your heart, kill your business, right? That's not what you need in your life. Remember that this whole thing, guys, is about us providing you with all the leverage, giving you all the tools. It's all there for you, all right? Trust me. And it's simple. The number one thing about us, Simple Freedom, is that all of the training we have in the background is simple. It's very simple. It's not meant to be mind-blowingly crazy. And Jeremy, I know you've gone above and beyond what I see 99% of other people doing by creating the Business Chips University, and also maybe by some of the offline products that you have set up, not products, but material to help other people succeed in their business, man. So I know that you got something cooking in the background, man. I don't know if that's something people know about.
Trying to help people be successful, and to turn this around a little bit, make it more neutral for the show. Everything Steve said, you can apply that to any business.
Yeah.
And that's what I want a lot of people to understand, because I know there's a few people that watch this that are not going to join us. I understand that. Some that aren't even in the location to join us, and that's cool. Just stay in the loop, because we are expanding, and there are other countries that are in the works, so keep that in mind. But when you join something, learn your product. Learn what it is you're selling. Know how to tell somebody what it is. The first thing that I did when I joined Wake Up Now was, well, my first thing is I explore the comp plan. How's it going to work? How do we do this? How do we do that? In comparison to what I've been doing, how many people is it going to take for me to get back to that income or to get to this income? So from that analytical side of comp plan, I want to make sure that it's sustainable. All right. Then I look at the program, and that's before I join. Once that sells me, then I want to look at the products and make sure it's something that I believe in, something that makes me happy, something that I can work with. You know, if I can't work with it, how am I going to sell it, right? So that's a good thing to look at. So for what we do, we have some phenomenal products, and it's not just one. There's like 8 different things for people in the United States. There's like 5 or 6 different things, like 5 or something like that in Canada. And Mexico's getting ready to launch. We have Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, I think. Not Malaysia. There's a few more that are opening up, and then we're going into other bigger countries that they're looking at. So as this progresses, it's going to open up to more and more boundaries. But it's going slow because there's a lot of legal paperwork. There's a lot of stuff that has to be done and taken care of. And that's all going to come, and it'll be blessed. But for those who cannot join, apply these techniques. These are very general. We may use company-specific names or team-specific words, but it's very general. When you look at this is how you build a team. Yeah, I did rap that while you were talking, by the way. It was bothering me. But, literally take everything that he just said and apply it to your business, whatever it is. Learn your product. Understand it. Take the time to dive into it. You understand? And I mean, if one bit of training material I can tell you is get the book GoPro. Buy anything by Zig Ziglar. See You at the Top is one of the best books. I've read that thing front to back 7, 8 different times, and there's so many quotes and so much knowledge that pours out of me that has come from Zig Ziglar. It's the excuse me, my throat was clogged. It's probably the one person, the one man that if I ever did get a chance to see, I'd probably kiss him right on the cheek. Because it's just the power of what he's done. Wayne Dyer, Dr. Dyer is freaking phenomenal. The power of intention. That is it. I mean, mind-blowing. If you want to open your eyes to a new realm of thought, watch the movie The Secret. I'm sure you can go to YouTube right now and put in The Secret full movie and find it somewhere on there. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that because I've seen it. But watch that. There's Bob Proctor. Watch stuff that he does. I mean, God, Brian Tracy, there's so many people where you can get life, mind, business-altering training for free. You don't have to pay for it. I recommend you buy the books. I've got the other one somewhere. But, I mean, there's books like The Compounding Factor. I'm reading that. GoPro. Here's my Power of Intentions book. There's so many books I have just lying around because you need to feed yourself daily. It doesn't stop just because you think you got it. The people who got it still read something beyond where they are, or they rehash what they've already read. So for me, it's just reiterating and rereading stuff that just really felt warm to me, and it felt like something that was waking me up. No pun intended to wake me up. It's that situation where you open your eyes to a whole new world. So it doesn't matter what business you're in, because personally we're in this business, we're going to think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But in all actuality, when you look at the comp plan, when you look at the products, especially if you're in the United States, it would be stupid not to be a part of this. I mean, just honest. I'm just throwing that out there.
I agree, man. That's like fence sitters. You must have a couple conversations going with people or friends or family, whatever, that are sitting on the fence like I do, right? We're all there. I see a couple of messages right now from some people on our team, 2 people right now who said that they've got people that are right there, they're right on the edge, and that's fine. My point is this, is when you have somebody who's fence sitting, and that bugs the heck out of me, it's one of 2 reasons, and I wrote these down. One is you haven't shared enough value. You haven't shared enough of the value inside of the company that you're in. So to not be company specific, it's your fault. It's my fault. I have people sitting on the fence, and it's my fault because I have either not, one, given them enough value for them to say, this is a no-brainer, or as Jeremy says, you're just stupid if you don't do this, because the value of the product itself pays for itself in the first month for at least the following year. If you conduct your business properly, it's what I call a no-brainer. It's a winner. So for me not to be able to translate that into words for that person to understand, it's my failure. All right. The second, the flip side of that coin, number 2, is that they're not willing to take their business seriously enough. So you may have sold them on the value. They may understand 100%. Look, simply by joining X opportunity, you're saving more money than you're putting in. You're taking the existing current income that you already have, and you're saving more money, which means you're green at the end of the month. So you're in the plus. You've done better. How could you not do it? Well, I just don't care enough. I wrote down, they're just not committed to themselves. That's what I wrote. They're just not committed to themselves. And you should be in this business. If you're in the internet marketing, network marketing industry, it's because you're in it to help yourself and to help other people succeed. It's about succeeding, being better in life, having more time freedom, financial freedom, more of what it is you deserve in life. You're doing this for a reason. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Got my it's summertime, so I got my window open. Till that guy flies overhead. Yeah, that's just some of my buddies buzzing around my house in a helicopter. They think it's funny to buzz about here when I'm doing my show. Thanks, guys. Anyways, my point is that you have to be willing 100% to put as much value you can in your conversations to get these people off the fence. That means they're interested, right? They've got their heart in it. They're like, oh, tell me more. I want to hear about this. You keep a conversation going. You're either not giving them enough to get them off the fence, or they're truly just not committed. And Jeremy will tell you this too, that sometimes it's okay to walk away. Sometimes you just got to throw your hands up and say, you know what? Get back to me when you've seen the videos, or get back to me when this is more, when you're more concerned with moving your business forward, right? Because right now you're just not ready.
I will say one thing, because that's perfect what you just said, because here's the problem with most people. They have not watched the video. So in all actuality, we're going back to what I was saying before, we're looking at the activity as actually doing something, but we're not accomplishing anything. So we're confused on those two words, accomplishment versus activity. And the one thing I can tell you is everything Steve said is correct. I mean, if you're sitting there battling somebody, you have not educated them enough to persuade them over to the right side of thinking. Because it doesn't matter what objection you ever hear. There's really only two types of objections. I think like two categories. A, they have no faith in themselves. So it's a limiting belief about themselves, like they're not a salesman. They don't have money. They don't know anybody. All these things that are self-beliefs that they don't have, that it's just limiting to them. Or they have a limiting belief about network marketing. Now, this one's probably your biggest one, because with network marketing, people hear, oh, that's just a pyramid. Oh, that's that thing where only people at the top get paid. It's because they don't believe in what you're selling. They don't believe in marketing, or they don't believe in themselves. So the key here, and not to cut you off, because I think it's such a viable spot to say this, share the information first. Don't try to sell somebody. Share information. I hate saying this word because I was just blasted the other day, because everybody can become a coach, but be like a coach or a consultant. I think the consultant would be better, because you want to build rapport. It's going all the way back to what we said before. Build a relationship. Talk to them. Don't try to sell them on everything. Ask them how their day is. Find out where they are. By doing that, you get all these questions of, do they believe in themselves? Do they believe in network marketing? Then you know which route that they suffer on, so you can answer that. They call it, it's kind of like kill the beast before it becomes a monster. So stop the objections, get it out of the way. If money is their biggest thing, talk about the money first. Get it out there. Get those objections out of the way, so that you can find out what the real problem is. But start sharing the information first, because everything set aside and going back over, talk to the people. That's what you got to do. But share the videos, especially if you're in what we're doing, because it's very vital to share the product first. You got 7 minutes to watch a video. You have 7 minutes to take a look at some info. If I gave you this link, would you review it? You would? Great. When could you do it? Well, I can't do it until this afternoon. Great. So, would 5 o'clock be good? Would that be sufficient enough time for you to be able to view it? Well, yeah, probably more like 7. Okay, well, if I contacted you at, say, 8 o'clock, would you have watched it? Yeah, I would have watched it. Well, good. I'll talk to you then. Bam, in the conversation. And that's the key, is we waste so much time trying to talk people into something before we ever gave them the information and made sure they viewed it. who was it the other day? It was Diana. Diana was talking about it. The woman just assumed she knew what she was doing. She just assumed that it was a scam or a Ponzi or one of those pyramid things. But she never viewed the info. And I'm so damn proud of Diana for doing this, because this is big leaps and bounds for her. She said, but wait a minute. Did you view the video? Did you even watch it? Because that would have answered all these questions in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
The woman said, well, no, I started it, and it just looks like this. But see, that's the problem. We don't let them view, or make them, should I say. It's reciprocity. They want to do something if you do something for them. I give you this video, you watch it. That's it. If you like it, great. If not, okay. But you watched it, so you know you are able to make an informed decision. Do I want to look at this product further, or do I need more? Do I want it, or do I need more? These are your two obstacles you got to get around. But if you don't give them in the first place, they wouldn't view it. And I think, from what I understand, this woman might even be signing up with Diana.
Awesome.
She viewed the video and she liked it. She needs a little bit more information, because it takes 5 to 7 touches, folks.
Mm-hmm.
They need to have exposures, if you want to call it like that. They need to see it a few times so that it gets into their mind, it gets into their system, and they can say, I like that, I'm ready to go.
And that's something I got asked by somebody the other day, like, well, that's fine and dandy. You've talked to them, you've mentioned this a few times, they've seen the video and stuff, but what if they don't get back to you? Well, that's your job. That's part of your job. Check it out. I got this thing right here all the time. See that? Follow-ups? Look at that. So today alone, I got Anissa, I got Charles, I've got Darren, I got Veronica. I have all these people that I have to follow up with today that I've talked to over the past 48 hours. I said, I'll be there Thursday afternoon. I'm going to follow up with you. So make sure you've seen the video by then. If you haven't, I'm going to ask you to, watch it again. And if by the second time or third time I've gotten back with them, they haven't, then they're not putting in the effort. Then you know what? Here's the deal, guys. Sometimes you kind of got to look at the conversation the way it's going and say, you know what? Your heart will tell you, say, this person is not either interested in this opportunity, or they're not interested in network marketing altogether. Do I want them on our team? Do I want to put this person into one of the links, the chain of our team, to hold it together, to create the growth that we're all wanting? Is it the kind of person that's really going to do that? Probably not. 9 times out of 10, when I have a conversation with somebody, they ask all the really good questions, and they tell me they're excited. They thank me for giving them this opportunity. They can see the value in it. They've watched the videos the first time I've asked them, and they've gotten back with me. That's the kind of person I want in my team, and I'm willing to let 20 people go to have somebody that strong, that desirable on my team. I will let 20 people go and walk away from conversations that I know are going to end up going south, because I told you, time's valuable. Don't spend it a second past when you know somebody's just not, or they're arguing. As I just had this the other day, somebody argued, said, well, my opportunity has this. And then clearly, she's like, yeah, but ours is like 1/1000th of the cost. Yeah, but I get a bigger commission. Yeah, but you're never going to make the sale, ever. Yeah, but I know this. Yeah, but this, back and forth. You can go back and forth all day long. You can't. I don't know what it's called, network, battling or whatever it's called, but I know it exists because I used to get caught up in it all the time. I was like, you know what? I know my opportunity is better because I know the one they're in right now, and I'm going to spend an hour proving them wrong. And it's the second that they go, yeah, you're right, I'm going to just move on to somebody else. To what avail? To what purpose? Why? What? There goes an hour. There's 20 conversations I could have started with other people, and out of those 20 conversations I started, 2 people probably would have been interested, 1 person would have signed up. That helps them, and that helps our whole team. But instead, I spent the last 60 minutes that I'll never get back battling online with somebody I really don't care about, who will never make me their friend, it's got nothing to do with our business as a team whatsoever, right? So it's hard to walk away sometimes. Jeremy, you've been there, right? It's just, sometimes you just want to have that last say because they're wrong, and it's really difficult to swallow it and just walk away. But you got to do it. You got to do it. You're right. You have to. You have to.
But you don't walk away and leave them. Here's the key. So here's the madness behind Big Chips. If I know I'm right, I don't have to prove that I'm right. I'm going to let them show themselves that they're right. And when you get in the flow of accomplishment over action, or over activity, should I say. You start getting into this concept of what I'm deeming the actionpreneur. Because everybody's coming up with all these names. I'm thinking, I'm like, entrepreneur's great, adventurepreneur's all right, fundingpreneur, whatever. But like, the key to being victorious is being an action taker. So become an actionpreneur. Don't just do activities and like kind of if you listen to what Steve was just saying, the whole conversation is nothing but activity. It's about arguing. It's about wasting time. But here's the key: walk away. Don't end it, because here's what I like to do, and I've got one that I know is going to fail again because she's failed and everything else. I don't ever end it. I just check on her. Hey, how you doing now? See, you're in your 7th opportunity in less than a year and a half. Yeah. Are you ready to listen? You ready to check out some info? No? Okay. Well, that's fine. Great. Have a great day.
We got a couple like that, my friend. We got a couple people who are in that boat on their...
The thing of it is you just don't end it. Because I see what this woman can do. I see how she can build a team of nothing. Building teams for, I hate to say it, shit companies that make no money. Pennies on the dollar they make. Building program after program, but never earning a dollar. And I did get into it a little bit because I like to tell numbers and how much she's making with over 300 people on her team.
Wow.
And the fact that I'm making more than that, and I with just 12. It's insane. It's insane. If you got 300 people on your team and you're not making over $1,000, quit your company.
Yeah, no kidding.
Quit and run. I'm just telling you right now. If you've got 300 plus people and you're not upwards of $1,000, quit and run.
And listen, man, I got to jump in. Listen, when you talked about 12 people, 600, we use that as sort of a landmark, right? An F3 landmark in our particular company. What I want people to understand is if I ask somebody an honest, open question, say, hey, this is what I do, this is what I do, would you be interested in making 600 extra residual a month? Let's say for the cost of 100. I know the cost of $100 disappears after you just have 3 people. But literally, I said if you could invest $100 this month and get 3 people in your business as free, and spend the next month or 2 showing this to as many people as you could to have 600 residual for the rest of your life, would you do it? Everybody says, yeah, why wouldn't I? It doesn't matter. It's just, why wouldn't I? And then you tack on the fact that you're actually saving money, the benefits management, all of that on top of it, right? That's our business. That's fine. But the concept is this, like you just said, dude, 12 people. That's it. I'm done. We're not talking about a circus freak show of not 400 people, okay? I'm not even talking about 100 people or 50 people. I'm not talking about 20 people, right? 12 people, okay? Like half of a baseball team that's worth its weight in stone. Like you just can't find this kind of opportunity anywhere. And I don't know if it's just so bloody impossibly difficult for people to get it through their heads. That guy's gonna buzz my house again. Sorry, guys. But that 12 people and that's it. $600 residual a month. That will cover one of your biggest bills no matter what it is, regardless. I mean, that's enough money to put gas in that thing for a week. It kills me inside. And people are like, well, I'm struggling. It's my 3rd month, Steve. I just haven't got those 12 people. Some people haven't got their 3 yet. Come on, guys. It's kind of makes you wonder, is this your business or is this a hobby? Do you want the 600 residual for this particular company or not? Do you want to put in the effort? And like, well, I just don't have the time. I get sidetracked too easy. You know what? I do want it, but I just don't know how to stop. Guys, the training is all there. Everybody that I know that's joined our team knows exactly where to go to get access to the information to teach them how. On top of that, 80% of the people on our team anyways already comes from a company that taught them how to do this anyways. They just have to do it. So 9 times out of 10, man, it doesn't even come down to the training, the education. It doesn't come down to whether they know how or how not to do this. It comes down to the person themselves, personally saying, I want this bad enough to go out and actually sit here for 2 hours and start these conversations and not make excuses of why I can't do it. Not show up to here for Business Ships for the show. Not show up on Thursday nights for our team hangouts, not listening into the phone calls that are put out there for them, the live shows, the webinars, all the hangouts, all of this stuff that's put out there for them. I mean, we've got Saturday morning calls, Sunday evening calls, with Monday calls. We've got, all this stuff that's put out there just to feed you information to help you and your game get better and better and better, so you can get to 12 people, so that you can just get to 12. Do you know how exponentially far you can go by having 12 people on your team? Forget the income. The fact is one or two of those 12 people are going to want to bring in another 12 people themselves. That's 24, right? Once you have one or two of those 24 people out there doing the same thing over and over again, it's not about I need 12 people and each one of them has to bring in 12 people, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't work like that. Our leaders in our particular company right now are making mad cash, and it's not because they brought in 12 people that brought in 12, they brought in 12. It's because it exponentially grows because of one or two particular people on your team, right? But you want to get...
Check out the income disclosure at www.wakeupnow.com/IDS.
Yes, I actually made a little, I don't know if anybody saw my video from yesterday, but I made a little tiny short video clip stating that in it. So I don't know if you saw that, Jeremy. You can watch that later, but I think you'll get a kick out of it. You'll recognize it. My point is that 12 people, you have to know 12 people. Nobody can sit there on an island somewhere out in the Azores and go, I don't know 12 people. Even the island of the Azores has 12 people on it, right? You just got to do it. I did. Jeremy did it. We have a bunch of people that did it because they wanted it bad enough.
Let's clarify something. You don't have to find 12 people.
No, that's true.
You don't have to. You can work as a team together. So and that's what is impossible. People don't understand. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, and they were like, "Yeah, but in this one, I only have to have this many people, and I can do that." I'm like, okay, but you can go out and get... actually, I talked to two people about this, and the numbers I was using is another company we were in, and it would take, at the basic level, 250 people to get to the income potential as it would for our company, which is 222. But you would have to personally bring in those 250 people. Compared to where we are, it's a group volume, so those people can be brought in by people 4 or 5 legs deep. We have somebody above us who is at a higher level, and they're upwards of $5,000 right now. Again, go to the income disclosure on wakeupnow.com/IDS. But we are 1/4 of their leg, 5 levels deep.
Mm-hmm.
A quarter of the leg in points, 5 levels deep. How is that possible?
And that person didn't just say, oh, I need 12 people to get there to make up a quarter of their leg. It took one. It took Jeremy, one person, right, bringing us that work together onto that person's team. You signed up under him one day. He's like, oh, yeah, Big Chips. I wonder who that is. No idea. Guess it's just another guy. It could be anybody. Who knows? Who knew that you were bringing 30, 40, 50 people, over a period of a month and a half, 2 months? Who knew? That just blew that guy's salary out the window like mad. That could be any one of us. That will be any one of us. At some point, you cannot tell me. It just doesn't. At some point, you're going to have somebody like that. I don't know what you want to call them. Jeremy, call them a big fish? I don't know what you call that. A recruiter, a team leader? I don't know.
Never know what's going to happen.
No.
I joined my friend. I joined a personal friend of mine because I just wanted to roll. And I knew that the company that we were in, that I was going to be placed somewhere. And what happened is he placed me. I guess I would be 6 or maybe 7 levels down from him. Get this, folks. So what happened is I joined. He took my little figure and he dangled it over, and he decided to drop me down here, 3 levels below, 2 or 3 levels behind under him.
Mm-hmm.
What happened is, or actually 7 levels, because it'd be 7 or 8 levels actually. Whatever the case may be, we're really far down from the friend that I actually joined with. So put this into perspective. It doesn't matter. He still gets my group value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But so does the person he placed us under. It's that deep. Mm-hmm. It's that real. It's that eye-opener. You only build for 3 people, and then you place everybody into that team. So I know we want to try to stay neutral, but this is something exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're talking about people not getting it. And I want you to get it. Okay? we're not building for us anymore. Steve and I are not building for Steve and Jeremy, Biz or Chips. We're building for our team. We are giving people away.
I think the majority of our team that has received people, they know that, but I know we're speaking to the people that either don't know what this is, haven't joined yet, or have joined and haven't had somebody put on their team yet. Trust me, eventually it's going to happen. It's going to happen 10 times over. I'm telling you, it's going to. If you stick with it, it's going to happen. You cannot avoid putting people on somebody's team. You can't say, oh, look, there's Jeremy. I don't like that guy. I'm not going to put anybody on his team. Because eventually Jeremy would just leave, and then that would just, somebody else would take his spot. So you just don't do that to people. I have brought in, I couldn't even take a guess. Let's say I brought in 20 people, all right? My first 3 people that I've placed, that's fine, and Jim Dandy, that's great. All the rest of those people, the other 17, guess where they went? They went under other people's teams, like you just said. I've placed them under other people. And people are like, how does that work? Is that even possible? Why would you? And I continue to do it. Why? Because we all benefit from that as a team. Everybody literally from the people that join me, those people are going to benefit. They're going to benefit from not only the guidance of me, Jeremy, the person I put them under, the entire team, access to our groups, access to the training, access to everything, all of it. That's free, by the way, guys. I was asked this too, like, well, how much does it cost for your training? How much extra does it cost to go into the Facebook groups? Come on, really? I mean, hey, that's a legitimate question, I guess, right?
Let me throw this out here while I'm thinking about it, because this is something that somebody was mentioning to me the other day. I've been around the block a while, okay? So I get a lot of people that come to me because they have certain complaints or objections or anything else. I want to explain to you what a team build is. In other companies, a team build doesn't work because you have to get thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people just to get something to function right. I've done it several times. We've manipulated the system. We've tried to buy extra spots and reorder where we go and distribute this and distribute that, and it fails. It just fails. It does. Team builds suck. That's what I thought. But here's an eye-opener, and that you guys can write this down and use this when you talk to people who have a complaint about team builds that do not work. A normal team build is a group of people who decide, hey, let's join XYZ. It's only $25 a month, and we can do a team build. And all the ones at the top, we're going to get rich. That's pretty much how it goes. And you strategically place people. You can go left or right. We always did left or right when we did our team builds anyway, so we tried to do things ethically. But it just doesn't work because you start building 1,000 up here, and you got thousands of people at the bottom that are losing. But here's the good thing. This is a natural team build. It's just natural because it's not any one person gets the $25 per se. This is based on almost like a binary because it's all about point value. So everyone wins. Because once you're in the matrix, in the system, in the tree, whatever you want to call it, you're worth 90 points on your own. All right? So you count on your team as valued points. So automatically, you're already one step ahead. So all you have to find is 3 more people, and your complete system is free. But here's the winner, chicken dinner. As we build a team build, as we place people, like Steve and I personally, as we place people on our team, we try to do in a progression in a way that everybody's going to win, but you have to have D3s, which means people who are free, people who have 3. So if you want to go to F3, you have to have 3 people on your team who are at least a D3. So that means, and here's the joy, the simplicity of it, you have to focus on building your team. You have to, or you're not going to move up the ranks. Mm-hmm. You're not. It doesn't matter if you go 15 across, you're screwing yourself because your points mean jack crap. You have to build for your team.
Mm-hmm.
There are no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to build for your team. It is truly a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
There are no, scammers and stealers out there who's going to take your people. It doesn't work like that. You have to place people, but you still get point value. It's natural.
Mm-hmm.
It's natural. And for all those people that are GMO free, that don't want all these extra preservatives in their stuff, Wake Up Now is the way to go. We're completely GMO free.
Yeah. And we just got a new, I saw the new video come out of the bottling facility, the canning facility that makes our brand new cans that we just got for Awaken Thunder. Oh, it's awesome. It's cool. Only they could make a bottling plant, a canning factory. It looks so cool with the camera shots, the music, and the forklift guy and everything. I was just like, man, they take a lot of pride. If you can take the canning process of your product and turn it into something that you're really proud about, that is kind of cool. That's something that gets me excited. And which reminds me, here's one other thing. We just talked about the whole free training that we offer up and everything. One other thing that we do, Jeremy and I, is every Thursday night tonight, a lot of you guys know this, we all get together and have sort of like a social hangout, which is seriously my favorite time of the week. We get to kick back for 2 or sometimes even 3 hours. Just relax, stop, drop everything, turn on the camera, and just hang out as a family. It's one of my most favorite times. I'm looking forward to it every single Thursday, and I think we need that. It's a good time to decompress, to talk about the successes or the holdbacks, overcoming all the hurdles and obstacles that we come up against. And we always come up with a ton of solutions, and everybody walks away at the end of the night going, oh, awesome, rejuvenated, ready to go for the week to crush it out, right? So I'm excited to see everybody tonight, absolutely excited about that. And that's just one of the perks of being a part of this, is that it really is so different, eh, brother? It's like a family, you know what I mean? It's not what I thought network marketing was going to be about. I thought it would be me sitting alone at night in the dark with a glowing screen, tapping away on the chiclets, and I didn't really know it was going to be about being so personal with people, building relationships, looking forward to live events where I get to give people high fives and hugs and hang out at restaurants, on the beaches, talking about our success, planning routes for us to take that's going to make everything better for our lives, time, financial freedom, everything. Like, it's just the most wonderful concept in the whole wide world. And I'm glad we have each other, and I'm glad we have the community that we do, and especially the product that we do, the company, that affords us this opportunity to do it. Because without that, I mean, you could put so much effort and time and money into something that just doesn't work. And it's nice to know that this works.
It is, man. It's a
I think we have almost 100 people. Put it on their disclaimer if you want, but I think we have almost 100 people making about 600 residual now. That's out of 1,700 people that joined us. So.
That's awesome. Gosh. Well, guys, that wraps it up. We're an hour into this. We're going to try to keep them all at an hour so that we don't go too far or too extreme. Plus, I got to make some errands. But that's it, guys. If you got questions, hit us up on Facebook, get with one of our team members, and let's start changing the world. And it starts with you. It starts with your circle of influence and the people that are in front of you. If you need help, get a hold of us. Let us help you. And let's change the world one person at a time. So for Mr. Stephen Barnes, a.k.a. the Biznut, and your boy Big Chips, make it a great day. We dare you.